Welcome back to week 3, the MAS 565 course. Um, Hope you had a great week and look forward to seeing some of your work for this week. What we're going to be covering in Chapter 7 and Chapters 8 and 9 is the telecommunications, internet, and wireless technologies. In Chapter 7, we're going to want to know about the principal components of telecommunication networks and some of the key networking technologies with that, the main telecommunications transmission media used and the types of networks, as well as the internet, its technology, how it works, and how it's supported through communication and e-business. What are the principal technologies and standards for wireless networking, communications, and internet access? You'll be looking over some of the 3G, 4G networks, descriptions that are primarily used in the US, which is your code division multiple access or CDMA technologies, and some of the 802.11 Wi-Fi technology there for local area networks. And you're going to be looking at the RFID technology, the radio frequency identification, wireless sensor networks. You are seeing them more and more on products that are within the stores. Companies who are retailers are using them more often on their products to make sure that somebody doesn't walk out the store with their goods without paying for them, and the technologies that are associated in tracking those types of products and their movements. So you're going to be looking at securing information systems, the vulnerabilities and destructions that it causes, some of the errors and abuses from not having a well-secure system, where hackers can unleash attacks, penetrations into corporate networks, and they can seriously disrupt some of their operations for their information systems. Now, the business value of securing is nowadays on television quite a bit in the media. There's a lot of cost involved in securing some of these systems because there's a lot at stake. So there's a lot of legal liability for a company to lose a customer's information, particularly medical information, in some of these laws that protect these the public, like the HIPAA and Sarbanes-Oxley, Graham-Leach, and some of those legal actions that have come over time to play a part within the information systems world are also going to be reviewed, or you'll also need to review those. So you're going to look at the components for organizational frameworks and securing and controlling these systems, those components of them for these systems, and what are the most important tools that are in these technologies for safeguarding the information, and how they are using or how they're looking at suspicious network traffic for viruses and worms and spyware, anti-spyware, and some of the harmful programs that come through there, as well as the encryption that's necessary these days for firms to have. Yeah, so it's good to have good software. It's good. It needs to have quality and reliability for them to be protected electronically for these types of transactions against these types of problems. You're going to also look at how enterprising systems help businesses achieve operational excellence. You need to understand the supply chain management systems, how these are planned and produced, and you want to make sure you really look at the supply chain because these days it's in pretty much most businesses, supply chain management software is very important. And the global supply chains as well, and how these systems are efficient for customers to respond on these demand-driven models for you to see the software work on these systems. The other areas that you'll need to also look at are CRMs, customer relations management systems. You'll need to look at the challenges posed by enterprise applications and the platforms for new cross-functional services are all part of week 3's lesson, reading lesson. So let's get to work on looking at the questions, the discussion question. The first is to provide a response to your classmates. Again, making sure that you at least have 2 responses, making sure your references have been thoroughly researched, they are from a viable source, and that they're written in good APA quality. So this week's discussion question is to evaluate, discuss how Amazon is a global company, faces certain challenges when making global workforce and customer decisions, consider some major minor factors that a global aeronautical company may face managing their telecommunications for their internal and external network infrastructures, including the software and hardware security issues that they'll encounter. Language and cultural concerns, as well as time zone differences, are all challenges. So conduct this research and on global aviation companies. How do they handle these issues, and what are some of the most successful initiatives that you find in your research? Your assignment involves reviewing the managing new product development and risks, the Boeing 787 case, answer the questions within the paper, and in addition, make sure that you are keeping up with your final project. Put your current status in the discussion question 2 of week 2, so that we are able to, you're able to share that with me, and I can see where you have progressed to and at what point you're at, and if you have any questions or concerns, if there's any particular points that I may be able to advise you on or suggest to help you evolve your project. So use your time wisely again. You guys, I hope, have a terrific week, and I will see you in discussion. Have a great day.